Alright, we are back from another video. Today we're going to be talking about my first impressions on the 2000s Honda Civic and why you should maybe even pick one up yourself. Now let's go ahead and get right into it. So I've had this Honda Civic for, almost about a week, and I can say that this is one of the funnest dailies I've had so far. And not only is it super fun, but it's so good looking and fuel efficient that I just love going to it, getting in the car, turning the key, and just going off to wherever I need to do. Now, by no means is this a fast car. However, this car maneuvers and handles just so amazingly. I am astonished. I honestly never driven one of these Honda Civics, and to get into it and just drive and just go through very sharp turns or maneuver through the highway, around cars and everything, this thing handles amazingly. And it's so small and short that you really got a handle of the car. It's like a go-kart almost. It's very fun, very cool. Like I said, not very fast, but it is pretty fun. This is a VTEC engine, so it's a D16Y8, and it's automatic transmission, sadly. However, this thing does get up and kind of go eventually on the highway, so it's pretty fun. So I can't complain too much. I thought it'd be a lot slower, so I'm astonished by how much quicker it was than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little bit slower than it actually is. So this car is awesome because of the aftermarket support it has behind it. Yeah, a lot of cars have aftermarket support. However, this car is just very awesome with it when it comes to the price point on it. Now, cars like that for us have a lot of aftermarket support. However, the parts are up there in price. For the Honda Civic, there's so much vast aftermarket support, and god damn, it's just awesome. It's very affordable, especially when you get into even expensive components like carbon fiber hoods or trunks or doors or fenders or body kits. It's just very well priced. Obviously there's so many of these nowadays, but it's just awesome to see that I can really get into a car that has so much aftermarket support, and I could actually afford to do things on this car. There's so many things that have been done to these cars, so it's a good, gives you a good idea on what you can do to these cars. So when it comes to dailying it, wow, the gas is awesome. $40, and I filled this thing up. Gas over here is $4.30, so filling it up with $40 is awesome. It's pretty much like my Corolla, and it's so fuel efficient on gas. When I'm beating on it and going really hard, on the highway and everything, it's very, it really just go all out, and I still have plenty of gas to deal with. And if I really tried and just babied it and put it on cruise control all the fucking time, wow, I could get so many miles out of it. So definitely recommend you guys getting one of these because they look freaking good. They're not super quick, but they're easy to learn on. I'm a mechanic myself, and these cars are super easy to work on, and they're very simplistic. There's a lot of videos on how to work on them and what to do and how to fix them. They're very simplistic cars, so I definitely recommend you guys getting into that. They're easy to modify the exterior, the interior, and of course the engine. Now there's so many engine swaps that have been done to these cars, so there's a lot of kits for them. They make easy K-series engine kits to just easily swap in an engine. So it's really cool to have so much support in one of these cars. All right, so when it comes to impressions on the interior, this is not going to get any awards. However, it is surprisingly very roomy in here. I've had plenty of other coupe. I've had a 80s Corolla, A92 coupe, and some other cars, and this car really takes a cake with. It's a small, it's a small car. However, there's plenty of room. You feel like you're not smushed, and the backseat area is actually pretty roomy. Or when you fold down it, you actually have room. It's not too bad. It's a really nice small coupe, and it has very basic, nice interior. Obviously, it's it's a Honda from the 90s era, so it doesn't have the best interior. However, it's a very simplified interior. This model is the EX and has a sunroof, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. It also has cruise control. So, this is our first impressions of it. It's pretty clean interior. Can't really complain. It's really good, and I kind of like it. Now, when it comes to the engine bay, as I said before, this is a D16Y8 engine, which has VTEC. Now, it's a very roomy engine bay. As you can see, there's a lot that you can do, a lot that you can work with. And if you don't have AC, there's even more room right in front of here to turbocharge it and everything like that. Now, this has the aftermarket, whale intake, so it's really freaking huge, and normally the battery would be here, but regardless, it's a very big engine bay that has a lot that you could do with. It's very simple to access things that you need to repair. So I was very hyped to see this kind of engine bay. I was like, wow, it really is easy to work on. So you know, these are my first impressions of it, and I really love how easy this layout is. So I definitely know that you guys are going to enjoy it when you have to tinker on one of these kinds of cars. I definitely recommend you guys getting it, regardless if you're going to go heavily modifying it for performance standards, or for cambering it out, making it look good, or just an everyday driver. It's just a car that you really need to consider and get. You know, they're very shit on because, you know, a lot of people make them sound like fart cannons, you know, and sometimes, you know, they just don't sound as great, or, you know, people rice them very bad, so they just got a very bad rep. However, when nicely done, these cars look freaking good and these sound freaking amazing. So definitely go for it. Definitely get one of these bad boys, regardless if it's an auto or manual. If, you know, this one's automatic, once I have my other cars in order, I will be manual swapping it. However, it is a beautiful, easy daily, so I'm going to leave it automatic till I get my other cars in, you know, up to standards, because this is the car that's covering for my other daily drivers. So really love this car, you know, and like I said, as a first impression, this car stole my heart. I'm a Toyota guy, you know, I've had plenty of, you know, 80s Corollas, I've had Lexus, I had BMW, I've had a lot of fucking cars, and this one takes the cake for like daily ability, the good on gas, it looks freaking good, and so much aftermarket support for whatever you want to do. So if you're thinking about getting a 2000 Honda Civic, or a car that's, you know, a good daily, but you don't know where to go, get one of these that isn't too, you know, molested like with rust or with, you know, how much it's been beat on. But find a good example one of these, and I promise you, you will not go wrong. I really hope you guys found a lot of value in this. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.